been inside of the space, I always experience sound through my ears, which is the main way I still experience it. But being inside of the space, I was actually able to hear when sound stopped, hear when one of the strings stopped vibrating, and then I was able to still feel an effect on my body, a frequency penetrating my skin or moving through me. My name is Tyson Ayers. I created the Sound Cave project. It's a musical instrument, an interactive sculpture, and a sound healing device. I was co-directing a musical forest project, so I was building them out of found materials, junk materials, stuff that was thrown away. And I knew that there was a ton of pianos that were just getting tossed into dumps, stuff that couldn't be fixed anymore. So I started working with pianos as one of my main art mediums. And while I was working with them, I started understanding all of these different principles within the boards. The first one that really caught my ear was sympathetic resonance.
When I die, won't you dress me in straightly shoes?
When you crawl inside, there's over 2,500 resonating strings, sympathetic strings, and any note that you cast out, whether it's from your voice or from a flute or any other instrument, there'll be some string that's tuned to that same pitch. And so actually start vibrating and emitting a frequency through the bridge and through the soundboard itself. And since there's no friction on the strings, it will continue echoing.
Up to a couple minutes at a time.
It basically feels like a 300-foot cavern in all directions if you close your eyes and make some sound. So this is the inside of the sound cave. If you look around, we have strings on every single wall, as well as on the ceiling, and they're all tuned to different scales, different mathematical principles, scientific principles, astronomical frequencies, as well as sound healing concepts. This board over here is a 33-note chromatic scale. So instead of 12 notes between C and C, I put in 33 notes. And it's almost as if you put 2 extra piano notes in between each of the ones that we normally have. So one other thing about the inside of the sound cave is I've actually installed speakers into the floor. So what that allows me to do is play music or play an outside instrument and have that sound come up through the floor. And when sound comes into the space, it starts vibrating the strings that are around it that are tuned to any of those pitches. And so by playing sounds up through here, I'm able to use different sound healing techniques as well. I can work with binaural beats, which is essentially playing slightly different tones in one side of your body from the other side of the body. For some reason, that slightly different tone creates an artifact in our minds, and that artifact actually amplifies our brain waves at the particular frequency, which is the difference between those two notes. So if one note was 400 hertz in our right ear and 405 hertz in our left ear, our brainwave frequencies at 5 hertz would actually start amplifying and grow. And what this is allow us to do is particular states or mind states will have different brainwave frequencies expand or contract. So being able to play with those binaural beats in this space will essentially helps people come into those states or help them facilitate being able to come into those states by themselves. When you go into the sound cave, what you experience often is a reflection of your personality and the way that you go about things. I've seen many different people come in and they've all had different reactions. Some people get really quiet and really start listening and come into a meditative space. I've seen little kids come in here and see it and just go crazy. Going crazy on the strings, coming into this space that they just gotta let everything out. Some people come into this place of complete joy. Some people come into a place of exploration and freedom and liberation. So it's a very unique experience for each person that I've seen go in there. But it usually elicits a ton of emotion and a ton of joy. and sometimes can help people go into some of their dark stuff. It's an interesting thing to watch and to experience.